KNICKS Nation. Today is Wednesday. It's the first day of November 2023. I hope you're safe and healthy on this hump day and your family safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field who, along with the first responders, every day are saving lives. And those that pick up garbage to keep streets and sidewalks and places clean and disease-free, and those that make deliveries of mail, food, water, and other important things for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children that are unfortunate victims of child molestation and pedophilia. Those that are victims of prostitution and child prostitution, pornography and child pornography, human trafficking and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and the perverts that create this industry. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, and children homeless today in the United States of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There was a basketball game last night. The New York Knicks was hosted by the Cleveland Cavaliers in Cleveland last night, and the Knicks won 109-91. And it wasn't even that close. Cleveland, as we mentioned yesterday, was playing without Darius Garland, without Jarrett Allen, without Ty Jerome, without Karis LeVert. Now, Karis LeVert, Darius Garland, and Allen are big losses for them. And so they were shorthanded in that regard. They still had Isaac Okoro, they still had Evan Mobley, they still had Donovan Mitchell, and they had Max Strus, who's been playing really good for them lately. And Monty Bates got some time, I forgot they also added George Yang from Sixers, another very good bench piece. So they did have some players, but they were missing, three very important players in terms of Allen, in terms of Garland, and again in terms of LeVert. One important rotation piece and two starters. So the Knicks manhandled them as they should have. It was a good game for the Knicks to get right. Again, one of the things that took away from the game in New Orleans, that was a second half of a back-to-back on the road, is that the Knicks did hold New Orleans under 100 points. And they did it again here last night against Cleveland. They held in 91. The only reason they got 91 is because at the end of the game, there was, players at the end of the bench were putting up some points. But for the most part, they were under 90 for most of the game. So the Knicks defense is starting to show itself. Last night they did turn the ball over 14 times last night, but 5 of those turnovers were from one Jalen Brunson. Brunson is still getting himself together. I'm not worried about this. It's just a bump in the road. It's just part of the process. But he's still getting himself together. Shooting wise, he was 7 of 16, 1 of 3 from 3. He scored 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Very active, but just a little bit rusty, a little bit sloppy with the basketball. Again, I think the Summer Fever tournament took more out of him and Josh Hart than helped them. It helped RJ is killing it early part of this season. RJ Barrett was 3 of 5 from 3. He's shooting 60% from 3, 3 of 4 from the line. And that's really, he's been shooting 80% from the line. He scored 16 extremely efficient points. And that's the key here. RJ, I was looking for 2 improvements from him. I was looking for improvement on finishing and improvement from the foul line. I wasn't really expecting big improvement from the 3-point line at this stage. I think in the future he would have got it, but apparently right now he's there. He's there at the foul line. As I wanted him to get to the 80% mark. He's at 82%. I wanted him to finish. He's now included the mid-range shot that most of us wanted to see from him, and it's falling. So last night he was 5 of 13, so he shoots a little over 40%, 38% from the field. Not great, but he's been doing tremendous this season. His defense has also improved. So he has really been the bright spot. Randall has not been in terms of last night, he had 19 and 10, 3 offense, really good game for Julius Randle. one turnover, really good game. But most people are looking at it as if Randall is taking a step back or struggling. He's not. He's playing within a team concept. And he's seeing RJ go off, and he's allowing RJ to go off. Okay? And that was great. So to me, this is what we expect. The Knicks really, again, defensive teams take a little bit longer to get on point. The Knicks are getting on point. Speaking of that, DiVincenzo last night only had 3 points, but he was +9. He had 6 assists, and he didn't have any turnovers. Did he have any turnovers? He had 1 turnover. So he was more of a playmaker. He wasn't shooting as much. And, of course, quickly with 18 points, 3 of 6 from 3, 6 of 11 from the field. He had 3 turnovers also, but the Knicks are just getting warmed up. They haven't started gelling yet. When they do, it's going to be really something. But for now, we'll take the W. Of course, Mitch Robb, who in my opinion, along with RJ, has been MVP so far this season, has 7 boards and 3 offensive boards, 8 points. But that doesn't tell the story of the defensive effect he has on the floor. The Knicks were playing tremendous defense yesterday. They didn't give up but 91 points. They caused 15 turnovers for the Cavaliers, and that was spread throughout the team. It wasn't one guy like having 5 or 6 turnovers. Everybody got some because the Knicks was playing some tremendous defense last night. The Knicks out-rebounded them 48-46, but that was close enough. But let me tell you 2 things about the Cavs. Number one, let me give you 3 things. Number one, even at full strength, I like the Knicks' chances of beating this team in a 7-game playoff series like they did last year. Number 2, they're going to be better. This is not this Cleveland Cavaliers team you're going to see come April, okay? They got, again, some nagging injuries. Now, injuries can become worse for the team, it depends on how serious they are. Right now, we're talking about the worst of it is Jarrett Allen, and I don't expect him to be out forever. They're talking about nagging stuff, hamstring pulls and things of that nature. So if they can overcome that and get their full team at full strength, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the East. But again, I'm not worried about them if I'm the Knicks. I like the Knicks' chances against them for sure. So, even though they were shorthanded last night, yes, you could give that to them. It's not an excuse. In fact, some people think any reason for losing is an excuse. You got to get off that Robbie Benson bullcrap, man. Sometimes people do lose, and there's reasons for it. There's reasons for it. Either a second night of a back-to-back in a deep South City, or in this case, you missing 2 starters. And so, we got to give them that slack. But on the other hand, the fact that the Knicks held any NBA team, under 100 points in this 3-point era is tremendous defense. Okay, so Thibs is getting them sharpened on the defensive end of the floor. This is the most important end of the floor. The third thing I wanted to bring up about Cleveland is Evan Mobley. Now, Evan Mobley is still a youth. He played 29 minutes last night. He had a rough time against Mitchell Robinson last night. But I'm saying Evan Mobley's like a cub. He's like a leopard that's a cub or a lion that's a cub. You beat him up while he's little, but he's going to grow and he's going to roar and he's going to be something else. And I think it's going to happen this year. I think this is the year we're going to see something from him. I liked him coming out of USC. He's going to be a star. There's no doubt in my mind. So you get Jarrett Allen back, it'll help him. But even with all that, the Knicks can still beat him. Okay, because they don't have defense at the point of attack. Comes down to that. Okay, they just don't. And they don't have an answer for Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein. I've been telling y'all, some of y'all have been talking about get this guy, get that guy. There was even somebody talking about we should have drafted Jalen Duren. Y'all need to stop. The Knicks believed in the guy they drafted, Mitchell Robinson. And they're not looking across the street for anybody. They got their guy. Okay, now if you're talking about a Joel Embiid, that's an exception. That's an exception. That's not the rule. We're not looking for every Tom, Dick, and Harry that's playing all right that we need to replace our guys with. They got Mitchell Robinson and they got Isaiah Hartenstein, as I said, the perfect bench piece at the 5. The Knicks are set at the 5, and a game like this shows why I say that. The Cavs have no answer for that duo, that 2-headed monster of Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein. Okay, they just don't. Even with Jarrett Allen, they don't. Okay, so I like our chances. They play them again tonight, second night of a back-to-back. I'm hoping, really, that they could get back some of they started. I don't think Jared Allen will be back, but I'm hoping they can get back Darius Garland at least, to play with Donovan Mitchell, because I want to see the Knicks play them at close to full strength. Let's see. Karis LeVert is day to day, and it just says Garland is out, but this is as of last night. It's not talking about tonight. Ty Jerome is day to day. So he was ruled out for last night's game, but they're not giving you any updates for tonight's game. So I don't know. I'm hoping LeVert and Darius Garland come back. I want to see the Knicks get tested against them. Either way, I like the Knicks tonight to beat them in Madison Square Garden. It's interesting that the 2 wins the Knicks do have came on the road, so they're continuing the theme from last year, playing good on the road, which is why we talked about this heavy road schedule of 9 out of 14 on the road in their first 14 games is not necessarily a bad thing for New York in particular, because of the fact of their prowess playing on the road. So they go on the road Friday against Milwaukee, and we'll deal with that once they get through tonight's game. So I'm hoping they can win tonight. I'm looking for the Knicks to take this game at Madison Square Garden. I'm looking for the Knicks to continue to sharpen up. And the key thing here, to me, that's biggest thing this season is the 2 players we talked about. Mitchell Robinson is in the shape of his life. He's a grown man now, and he's in great shape. He's running the floor like a gazelle. He's active on defense. He's, like I said, leading the league in offensive rebounding. Tremendous. And then secondly is R.J. Barrett appearing to take that leap that a lot of us have been waiting for. I still kept saying, even though I still favored quickly, and I still do, but I'm saying he's going to be Jimmy Butler 2.0. I told y'all with a better 3-point shot. And that's what it's turning into here in year 5 at age 23 for RJ Barrett. So if he can continue to play like this, the Knicks are going to be really good. I'm talking about really good. Like I estimated top 4 seed and 50 wins. They might be even better than that. If RJ keeps playing like this, they are going to be better than that. So somebody's going to lose their spot. So we're going to see what happens. But right now, tonight, I would like to get them tested against Cleveland. Again, I'm not worried about Cleveland. The Knicks could beat Cleveland in a 7-game series. Okay? It's the weakness they have at the point of attack. Okay? Now, Evan Mobley can nullify that when he gets to the status that I believe he's going to get to, but not right now. Okay? Not right now. So, we're going to see how this works out. But if the Knicks could get this win tonight, they go to 3-2 and we move forward. But I just want to see them get tested. I want to see Brunson get tested. Brunson is not really there yet. That's the scary thing. When he gets there, and it's not going to take long now for him. When he gets there, yeah, all-star, all-NBA. That's what we're talking about, okay? So I believe the Knicks are going to have 2 all-stars on their team this season. It's going to be Brunson with either Randall or RJ, okay, the way they're playing. So we'll see how this works out. I'm loving how Dante is fitting in. Hart is not even all the way there yet. He's coming. This is going to be good, y'all. So tonight at Madison Square Garden, second night of a back-to-back, Cleveland in the Garden. Let's enjoy this game. Y'all enjoy your Wednesday. Shalom.